need for the buses to run on Sunday. They need to get to healthcare, they need to get to spiritual services, they also need to get to employment. Many people who work in minimum wage jobs have to use public transportation to get there. What would it take, and what could you commit to prioritizing to get buses to run on Sunday for those of our community members who are in need?
It's a good question.
Thank you.
I've seen your email. It's in front of my computer to reply, and I apologize for not doing it. My wife gave it to me and said, hey, you need to, I haven't done it. But I will. I'll still reply to it.
Thank you.
So I can answer the question. Our bus service, once we started down the road of public transportation bus service, there's no turning back, and it never pays for itself. You know, I'd like to get it down to 15 minutes, and I'd like to have it on Sunday. And I'd like to make sure that we service our other communities, but the other communities have got to pay their fair share, and we've got to make sure that that it's going to function. We're getting one from Ivans now. Ivans is going to come in. It's going to go to Walmart, so all of our people can be able to go to Walmart. But we're not going to go to Washington Walmart unless Washington wants to pay their fair share. Now, as far as on Sunday, if we had enough riders, I don't know how many we maybe ought to take a poll and see how many people would ride, because there's a cost to doing business when it takes the public transit. There might be another way of doing it. Maybe we could put out a smaller bus that runs certain routes, you know, for people to do that. I'm willing to look at that, but I certainly am not going to add something that's going to cost our taxpayers a lot more money to provide a service. I think we need to grow into that service. I don't know how many people need to use it on Sunday. This is the only time I've seen it myself as a request from your organization saying, how could we do that because there's a need for it?
Tara, go ahead.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah, you're allowed.
Another aspect of when we're looking at the cost of SunTran is to also...
Tara, I've already voted, so just tell those folks.
Oh, okay. Because I was talking about is looking at the cost of having members of society who can or cannot contribute. We want to have contributing members of society, and sometimes when people are really down and out, we have to start with very basic steps. So if the first step for them getting employment or food is having public transportation, I think that that's maybe a better step than having them continue to be a non-contributing member. So we need to give them steps and a path out of poverty and a path to being able to being a contributing member to our society, and I think that there's a value in that as well.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Michelle?
I called Larry Bullock when I got Marianne's questionnaire to ask how overwhelming the response was for Sunday bus services. And he said that they send out a questionnaire to all the riders, and this year SunTran will have over 500,000 riders actually use SunTran. But he said the #1 request they get back is to add more routes during the day. And he said they're not getting back a lot of, we need it on Sunday. And he said just a few years ago they added a Saturday service. So I think when the demand's there, they will definitely look at a Sunday route.
Okay, thank you.